So I tried to summarize essentially what we're trying to create. So in terms of mood, we're focused on growth, potential, team, community, want it to be high value and create a sense of equality across everyone in the group. And the focus in terms of the sessions are around business growth, goals, strategy, mindset, and attracting builders. I'm not quite sure what the term you use for in terms of bringing more people into the team. And some of the outcomes that we're hoping to create are that they're inspired, aligned, that there's a strong sense of team, they feel motivated, have a clear purpose and a 6-month plan. So what I've done is I've kind of mapped out, starting with the evening with the fashion parade. And if you want me to do something there, we could talk about women's empowerment and how these women are shaping the future of work in terms of taking control of their careers and their jobs and their schedules to work around their families. Then we go into the first morning. So touching on like, what do you want from the retreat? Maybe get Maz to do some yoga, and then we could do some kind of like an icebreaker, which we can talk about further. And then as we kick into the main day, so get you to welcome the group and then talk about like why we're here and why are we choosing Intimo. Maybe we can go through an activity where we talk about getting them to define their why. And then that can lead me into the story where I talk about the power of human connection, which is what I spoke to you about. Perhaps we can like bring in some of the leaders to talk about customer testimonials where Intimo, the Intimo experience has really, impacted them. And then maybe just touching on this in terms of like the opportunity that lies within Intimo and why they are the ideal business partner for these women. So that could be like the morning session. And then we kind of go into mindset. So we've defined the why, and now we want to think about, okay, well, what is the mindset that we need? And we can talk about different mindsets. So I thought we could start it by talking about a fixed growth and benefit mindset, and then articulate what that would look like in the context of Intimo. Then we go into the power of mindsets and Joe Dispenza. So when we begin to adopt the right mindset, we have limitless capability. So then they're feeling really inspired. We go into lunch and we talk about whatever came out of this session, what's blocking them. And that's where we could embed the essential oils and do a bit of a workshop in terms of clearing some of those emotional blocks. And then as we go into the afternoon, I thought we'd start out with a meditation. I'm keen to keep meditation as a common theme throughout the days, and talk about, what, as a small business owner, what are some of the characteristics you need? You need to be resilient, you need to be motivated, you need to always show up. But one of the things that's really critical is the power of community, because when we have the village or the community around us, we feel inspired and we feel connected and we're more likely to hold ourselves accountable. So we can talk about that. And then that could lead us into talking about the values of this group and the type of culture they want to create, and then talking about how we attract more people into this team. So what do they look like? And what do we need to be doing as a group to attract them in and inspire them? And it's not about, pushing people or asking people to join, but how do you embody the team culture and values and the opportunity? And then naturally we will inspire them and attract them into the tribe. So that's kind of day one. Then I think we go into the evening and we can think about what we want to do there. And then the next morning I'm thinking, do we do a sunrise walk? Do we do the hot springs? We could think about something like that. And based on what we've spoken about on the first day, the question is, who will you choose to be? So what mindset are you going to adopt? And I thought we could do some kind of an exercise like introducing the 6-month me. So like, who am I going to be in 6 months? And it could be like, they stand up and say, hi, I'm Tanya. This is the state of my business. This is what I'm doing. These are the behaviors I'm adopting, etc. We could do something a bit fun with that. And then I thought for the final morning, we could just go into some really simple strategy planning. So 6-month goal setting. I can talk about some great habits to implement to keep yourself focused and accountable. And then also as a group, how do we hold each other accountable? So this is when I thought they could break into their teams, talk about how they're going to support each other and hold each other accountable. And they could even define something like a team charter, which is essentially just an agreed set of practices that they're going to hold each other to be really supportive, but also achieve their goals. And then I thought we could finish off with a meditation focused on achieving goals. So that would kind of be the flow that I'm thinking. I've got little things down here in terms of little things that we can be doing, and embedding throughout the day just to really impact, make them feel really special, but also really reinforce what we're teaching. And then I do have a couple of other, we talked about vulnerability, the leadership mindset that we might want to embed as well. So let me know your thoughts. and how that's all sounding, and then maybe we can catch up and discuss further. All right, much love.